that part of, they got multiple here, so imagine one of these is gonna be pest and herbicide. Quote for weekly lawn service. Looks like it's again, shows weekly 540. This is the haul. What was the difference between those?
That was the same thing. You said two?
That was different.
All.
Weekly 600, weekly 540.
Approximate acreage coverage is 13 acres.
Same.
The second one might not include like weed trimming or something, maybe. That's a lot of work.
All cleanup mulch, pick up leaves and branches from the play areas.
Do they come in two separate dates, one later?
No, they were all
All
together.
the same date. One includes the fall cleanup and the other one just says maintain clean play diamond areas.
It's all their liability.
It's for, that's really interesting. Alright.
This is striking with credit union. It looks like they want to mow along.
That's weird.
Okay, this is refrigeration. This is 2025. Gutters.
Those were all the bids, weren't they?
That was all the bids. Every bid we got, every
Bid.
That's the one that I told you about, but I wasn't sure what it was.
Okay. This might be a bill.
I'm thinking that's Bill.
That's a bill. Salting and parking lot and sidewalks.
And hey, when you don't know and people don't put on there that it's a bid,
You're
when
right.
you're getting bids, you kind of,
Sealed bid, red line lawn and landscape.
thank you, sir.
You said red line?
Yep.
Yeah.
Red line lawn maintenance, lawn care. Good admin. Spring cleanup, $125 per hour. Fall cleanup, $125 per hour. Weekly mowing services, $1,250.
Doesn't say anything about how many people to make that 125. Should put that in there.
This is ProScape Landscaping. They have a list of grounds they take care of. They had spring bed cleanup, includes bush trimming, $480, grounds maintenance, trimming, blowing, and debris from surfaces, including mowing and trimming. And weed control, that's $881 is grounds maintenance. Weed control and landscape beds, sidewalks and parking lot, $321.96. Broadleaf weed control within the lawn, $1,552.39. Fall bed cleanup, $360. Services available outside of scope of work. Installation of play mat, mulch and playground areas, $2,576. Brush hog on west property line, $411.56. I think if we're looking at a comparison to the other ones, the grounds maintenance mowing is $881.90. Those are all out of the spectrum.
$75 per hour per worker. But they didn't include their pesticide license. Did.
What was the 360? 321 was small cleanup. The 360 was the broadleaf.
I think 360 was the cleanup, 321.96.
The weed control. That's for the parking lots and the
Yeah, that's like killer. It just goes.
sidewalks. Decision on this?
The only one hit the full scope. Other ones for the cuts. I don't know if we could get with someone like, put it back out for the guys without the pesticides. And get with someone like True Green to have them do the fence lines in the parking lot once or twice a year. I don't know the right answer to that.
I believe, I don't think Great Lakes included pesticide. Desired to have that, they did, they have the pesticide licensing there too. I believe that he has one.
Yeah, they're all right here. Bottom one is
I don't know if
confusing
I
one
want-
because of all the different splits. But if you take into account the discount if you prepay, even though the numbers of, what is it, 3 of them were the same, but with the cash discount, that makes that. And the hourly rate to clean up our flower beds was lower,
Well, they're not huge, but yes, that would definitely help.
as if it was, what was this here? See, hourly rate
That's
to,
for Desired.
yeah.
So Great Lakes didn't have weed whipping and stuff, I believe, in there.
It was 600 per is all I got on them.
Yeah, that's all they
This
included.
is per cut.
And this one, it was spring and fall cleanup was $50 an hour.
Desired was 600
Per cut.
per cut, but it did show.
10% discount and paid in full.
Yeah, that was a 15,600.
15.6 was the season, that would be a discount.
And
of
they're-
14.40.
Yeah.
And their applications were $950, and it's usually twice per year for the dandelion and the crabgrass. Yeah, I believe it was Desire that had $950 per application, right?
I'm looking
I think they're the lowest.
there.
Part of theirs, too, Brad, and here's their insurance paperwork.
Right here, you have
Yeah,
Weed Killer,
did get it.
950. Is that the same one? Is that one that come in 540?
No,
No,
this is the
No,
same.
it's different. Tom, is that all the ball diamonds and everything on the application and parking lot? I think that is the least expensive
From what I'm seeing, it is. But
and the best deal, and in reference to the deal offered, if we paid up front,
That takes the price down to about $5.40 a cut, $5.50, almost same price we did last year.
And Tom, does that include this side by the bulk water that's so overgrown? Can you guys like hack the heck out of that? By the-
Clean up on the
The
east
bulk
side of
water.
the building, that's a royal mess, like maybe tear everything out,
Yeah.
put stone in it, really,
Yeah.
because
I
it's
mean,
that bad a
it's,
shape.
you guys might wanna
Well,
look at
we
that,
could
it's
get
pretty
a-
overgrown.
That's a little out of the norm of a maintenance
Yes.
program, but we could probably get a quote from him for it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about with the bed cleanup, like how far that would go, cause that's a mess.
Yeah.
Usually the beds are the front of it.
Yeah.
This is for 1 year, is that correct? Or,
Yeah, I thought we put it out for 1 season.
I want to make a motion to hire Desired Lawn Care LLC for the year of 2026 for lawn maintenance.
I will second that.
Okay, roll call. Whalen,
Yes.
DeShano,
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Walden,
I want to say yes, but I want to make a caveat to that. I would like permission to go ahead and pay the full years, or the full time to take advantage of the 10% discount that they're so graciously offering us. So that would be the $14,040.
Yes.
And we can pay that next month, is that correct?
By the 31st of May.
By the 31st of May? Are we
Okay.
correct in that? Okay. Can you
We'll
send me a
amend.
bill for that, please? Thank you. Then definitely yes.
okay, and Campbell.
Abstain.
Okay. So, yes with amendment, is that fine?
Yeah, as long as you guys are on board with the amendment as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we all like the 10% discount. It's handled.
And then I'll have to worry about it for 6 months.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, MCOG invoice. Any more discussion on MCOG invoice? Make a motion to pay MCOG
It's $220.
$220 invoice for the township
I'll
of
second
Oklahoma to be
it.
a member. You said it, John?
Yeah.
Roll call, Walde,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, DeShano,
Yes.
Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
And they do work with Bay Future a lot also at these things. So we have Michigan class resolution, CLASS. You wanna go into this?
This is an investment vehicle that keeps the funds liquid, that is compliant with Public Act 20, highly recommended by many other municipalities that are thrilled with them because the withdrawal process is so easy. It's less than 24 hours, and the money is moved into your account. Their earnings are quite a bit better than what we're getting on some of our other investments right now. This is just being explored as an option because we do have to find a place to put the grant proceeds. So they have to be kept separate. And that is going to be coming probably quicker than we expect. So I did meet with the gentleman again from Michigan class. I had met him at the MTA conference. And as I said, I've talked to several other treasurers who work with Michigan class routinely and are thrilled with them.
So if we put the 1.94 million into this, is that what kind of is the proposal?
That is why I started looking into
Okay.
that, because it
And-
needs to be kept separate, because it has to be accounted for separately.
Okay.
However, it does open another avenue as far as the state and interest earnings. So I am proposing this as an option, not necessarily as the final destination, but
Is what Jeff was saying earlier.
I do not believe that that's the case, considering how many different municipalities they are working with. They are compliant with Public Act 20. Yes, we do have to have insured vehicles, but it's a slightly different situation. We're not going into,
The risk of losing
Yes.
this money isn't,
no, I don't believe that to be the case, and I certainly would not make that decision if there was the danger of that.
Trent, have you worked with this at all?
So yes, I'm somewhat familiar with it. It's come about recently as an option for like a higher yield interest option. I think the reason you run into an issue with the FDIC insurance is because that's only up to a certain amount. I think it's $250,000. And so if you're putting it into an account that exceeds that amount, your surpluses would not be insured. I know that my class uses like a bunch of different accounts, and they source them from some of the more reputable banks. So I think it's a pretty like safe option. It's a low risk. And the FDIC insurance is really only if there's like a bank failure or something that would cause you to have to claim that. So it is an option. It is being picked up by a lot of municipalities, even some that we work with. So I am familiar with it. I do know that there's different versions of it, and you might want to look into how it's being divvied up between those different banks to see if you're at that $250,000 threshold or not. I also know that other banks, like conventional banks, offer sort of a mutual fund like that, where they do something similar within in-house, and they'll split it up between multiple different accounts. So each account has less than $250,000, so you can maintain the insurance. So I do know that there's some MyClass options that are not FDIC insured because they sometimes exceed that amount. So I would just look into that and how this specific one is being put forth. And then, of course, like I said, conventional banks do offer a similar type of package, somewhat similar rates of return from what I've seen, and I have some of that stuff if you guys want that information as well.
And that's what we have moved to already with our general fund. So our general fund is, depending on when we're paying bills and whatnot, our general fund is about 100% insured because of that.
Yep.
The diversifying of the accounts, and that has also allowed us to more than double our interest year over year.
Yep.
So it's been very beneficial. It's just at this point, we need a few other pots for this to go into where it is safely held and segregated from the rest of our fund because of the reporting requirements that
So this would just be for the grant.
it can be set up a couple different ways. So I started looking at it because of the settlement, and I can set it up as an account and then use the grant as a sub-account, and it will still actually keep everything separate, and it's still liquid. So when we need to pay a bill to Spicer, I can just, pull it down, and it's
24 hours,
here
pull it out.
24 hours, and it's in our account. I've talked to several other treasurers that just love
so do
my
you,
class.
so do you feel that this is just, you're just looking to get this passed for an option? It's not saying.
At this
do
point, I
it.
need to look into it a little bit more, but I wanted to at least have the groundwork in place because I don't really want to still have to be making these decisions and looking into this when we're sitting with that big of a lump in our account. And it is going to go from the state directly into our account, and I'm gonna need to have everything in place to be able to shift it quickly to keep it separate.
Any more discussion?
I just want to make sure we're clear on this. This is a preemptive move while you continue to do research, correct?
This authorizes me to complete the all of the paperwork to do so, but I'm not ready to completely pull the trigger, but this authorizes me to start down that process.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I look into some of the funds, exactly how it's going to go. But there's a couple of things that I have to do to do
Well, you
this.
said this is gonna be happening here quickly.
I can't say the state's going to put money in a week, but I can say it's all, it's just a matter
But
of
if you had the option
signatures.
to do this, that'd be, that's what you're looking for.
Then I can move a little bit more quickly
And-
once it arrives.
And you can share with Laurie what you know about other options.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk through it. Like I said, we can look into the MyClass thing. It's something that a
Just
lot
so
of
that this is
communities.
protected and making
Yep.
sure that we don't have.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's a pretty safe option. But I think we should figure out that insurance thing to see what it is. But yeah.
Yeah. So this is more of an investigative So hypothetically, if the 1.945 million showed up, before we would dump it here, or actually, we're gonna just say, before we put it anywhere, we're gonna have a meeting to discuss it. Is that true or not true?
That is my intention. I'm not planning to move forward with this right away, but I do want to have the groundwork in place because I don't want to be sitting on that and having to wait another month because I have to keep it segregated for reporting purposes. So I want to have the
Correct.
groundwork in place.
So we may be able to, if this does come up in the next week or two, that on the 23rd, when we have a special meeting, we may be able to approach this at that time.
I would make a motion to start to set up an account, investigative, but at this point, no transfers until we know for absolute sure exactly the particulars, whether it's, because I do know we did do an account where we split so much money here, here, and here,
Yep.
and it's insured everywhere.
Exactly.
So we're talking of that, but, you know, that would be my motion. That we work on the investigation, make sure that this is insured like we need it to be.
Because this don't have to be, this could be for the settlement, like you just said.
It could be a main account for the settlement, it could be a sub-account for the grant funding. So not only do they have the ability to segregate them like that, but they also can segregate them into different funds so they're insured.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just, my concern is, God forbid we start a project and all of a sudden we lose
That's-
everything.
Yeah, I look at
That would be a
one as
tough one
far
to-
as the
Everybody
one,
sitting here would have
the one amount is less
weapons
than
pointed at
the
us.
insured amount needed
Right.
that we would be concerned
Yes.
about. The
So
182.
potentially, the sub-account idea is just part of the segregation. We don't want that to be our main account because it is a one-time, most likely a one-time thing for that to come in from the state.
Okay, so your motion is to
Investigate,
move forward,
make sure it's
but
insured,
not,
no transfer of funds until we know for sure that we're insured.
so I will read this so that everybody is aware of. 2026, Calhoun Township, resolution to approve the addition of Michigan Cooperative Liquid Asset Security System as an approved investment option. Whereas the Michigan Cooperative Liquid Asset Security System, Michigan Class, is compliant with Public Act 20, and whereas the Michigan Class Board of Trustees oversees the pool and directs the pool administrator, public trust advisors to emphasize safety, liquidity, and convenience while providing diversification of investments and the advantage of competitive return. And whereas Michigan Class investments are fully compliant with all appropriate Michigan investment laws, and whereas Michigan Class has over 1,000 funded participants ranging from a very large to very small, with nearly 6.5 billion in shares outstanding. And whereas this investment has no restrictions regarding withdrawals or contributions, affording the township the ability to use Michigan Class as it best suits our individual needs. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Calhoun Township approves the Michigan Class Investment Pool as authorized investment institution, adding Michigan Class to our approved depository list, and authorizes the treasurer to complete the necessary paperwork to enroll in the pool. So, the motion is to create, but not make any.
I almost know, I'm not even sure that this is telling us a lot about it. I would say investigate, but no funds transferred until it's brought before the board, just so we know for sure. We got the
What about-
FDIC backing.
It's not always FDIC, and FDIC, as Trent said, is only 250,000.
I understand.
There's nothing that is going to insure $1.935 million that isn't diversified. There's nothing that's going to insure that. So FDIC is a drop in the bucket, right? It
There's
just doesn't
several
work that way.
investing.
And you can create this
Vessels
account
that have
correctly
insurance.
without using it.
Yes, just,
So
it's
the
adding it
account
to
can
our
be
authorized
created without-
depositories. And that's, we have several on our authorized depositories list that we don't even use. that technically could be removed. We don't currently have accounts with
I
them.
get that.
So that's all it's really saying.
So to create it is all that we're, to create the possibility so that when the funds do come, if that's what the board decides, so decides to do.
So, does Charlie have a motion on the floor?
I did have, but I'll retract my motion.
Well,
Somebody
I-
else can create one.
Well, I just didn't know if there was a second on it or what.
I'll do a motion. I make a motion to look deeper into Michigan Class and its insurance policies for our $1.9 million plus grant that's coming to Collin.
Is that what you're looking for, Laurie? Or do you need, yeah,
All that this does is add it to our authorized depository list and allows me to start working with paperwork on them. I have no problem looking into it further. I have no intent of putting any of the money that comes into the township in an unsafe vehicle. I don't think that is the case because obviously there's many townships that use these guys, but I'm happy to look into it further to make everybody
Would that
happy.
allow you to create the account without utilizing the account? That's
Yes.
what I'm making
I mean, that would be the initial steps, yes. That would be the
That's what
initial
I'm
steps.
trying to-
Putting it on our authorized
Should we make the
depository
account?
list.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're just not gonna approve the resolution until she's confident that that's where we wanna go.
Second.
Wanna discuss
So,
it more?
well, if it's not an authorized depositories list or the approved depositories list, that makes it a little bit more difficult. If you guys want me to look into it further, I can. I don't know when that money's coming in. And it does present a bit of a problem because that's a lot of money to put somewhere. So if you guys are not willing to sign this, then we'll table it. I mean, this is necessary legally. This is necessary for us even to go down this road.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you guys want to table it, we can table it until the next meeting.
And let's-
My recommendation is this gives her the ability to make the account, I'm gonna use that term loosely, to make the account, but she can't move any money into it without our approval anyway.
Well, I can actually, but the
Yes,
money
yes,
isn't
yes,
even
you
here.
can do that.
Right,
Yeah,
but
the
Part of the
money-
resolution Charlie had was
Yeah,
not.
there's,
And what I'm trying to say is that, because like she said, once this money gets there, it has to be secured, segregated from the rest of the township money fairly quickly. So,
I just don't want no holdups on the monies coming into.
I think this is a no-win situation.
Well, if the money comes in, okay, the way some of our accounts are set up right now, they can technically set a sub-account. Only because I had a chunk of money come in, and I set up a sub-account at the credit union, which made the money totally separate from our principal accounts. So if we had to do that, they do that at some of the institutions that are local. I'm not trying to say one way,
the return is vastly different. And that's part of the reason why I started looking into this. The return is vastly different.
probably third less.
It's not quite that far, but I'm gonna have to check because rates are starting to drop, right? So what was quoted to me is going to change. But if you guys, like I said, if you feel more comfortable tabling it, we can table it. And if the money comes in, then I'll see if I can work with the credit union for some kind of sub-account that diversifies it. Because it's a big chunk of change for them to diversify. And that's why it's a little problematic. Plus, we already are diversified at our main bank. So the chances of us ending up having to put money into some of the same banks, which then cuts down how much of it is insured, is a little more problematic. Going to a completely different institution, if you will, right? They're using different accounts. They're using
Correct.
different institutions that they're then diversifying it with.
Instead of it being here, it ends up, we put it in here, but it's covered by 6 institutions, because otherwise, you don't cover your funds.
Exactly.
That's just the way it kind of goes with large chunks.
You wanna make a motion?
It's okay, we can table it.
Motion to table.
I'll second it.
Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
Shano,
Yeah.
Eddie, yes, Walden,
Yes.
Campbell. Yes. Okay, F.
I had a problem with this one. Supervisor's letter to lawyer for his recall. I'm not okay with a 12-plus page letter going to the township's lawyer for personal recall. And I want it noted on record that I am not okay with that. That's a personal problem. That is not a township problem. A recall is an individual thing. And I want it noted on record that I am not okay with our excessively high lawyer costs of a letter for a recall going to our lawyers.
Was it the letter for the recall or the letter that came in with the unnoted person who sent who was a Justice for All, who sent the email in? That's what it was about.
No, I think it's about your recall.
There were quite a few
Your-
attachments, if I'm
Yeah,
not.
12-plus pages, even your petition is on it. So that's about your recall.
Did you read?
I did flip through the whole thing, and
You didn't.
I thought, like I said, we want to have an open discussion with it, but I want it on record at this meeting that personal business with a lawyer should not be done with the township's attorney.
And if I could just clarify, we are the township's attorney, my office is, so we don't represent any of you as individuals, so we would not be involved in a recall. The township obviously wasn't billed any time for that because it's not our client. That's why it's not covered by attorney-client privilege, that's why we can talk about it here. So just want to, for myself, for the record, clarify that as well.
Thank you.
Communication.
We got a G.
Actually, we have G.
The
That's
fire
the fire
department
department.
Oh, this.
Sorry, chief.
The
Gotcha.
following is
Fire's
a
going wrong,
recommendation by the fire chief as an employee of the Buckhollow Township Fire Department, Kurt Wagner. I'll make a motion to hire Kurt Wagner. Okay, roll call. Campbell,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, Whalen,
Yes.
Walden,
Yes.
Shano.
Yes. So,
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
He's just gonna be a
Fill in.
few days a week and he can fill in, so instead of me being here for
Too many hours.
72 hours a week, I'll be here for 60 hours a week.
so
Bill's
Chief,
character.
Chief,
Yeah, I got a lot of characters.
do you just need us to authorize you to move forward with the LED install?
Yes, I was gonna, wherever you guys
Yeah.
want to plan it in, if you would, I can call
Yeah.
tomorrow. I mean, if everybody's good, I think it's a pretty good deal to get it all done.
The
I
motion,
think-
I'll make it to fix the LED light, replace the lighting with the LED lighting for approximately $1,850.
It's $1,850, that's exactly.
Well, the
what it is.
troubleshooting, you get the troubleshooting and the replacement, so you're looking
But the
at.
troubleshooting, we don't need if we're gonna replace.
It's handled when we replace.
He just did 2 bids, so if we didn't want to do the LEDs, he would troubleshoot and replace the old ones.
I'm
I spoke to him on the phone, that's exactly what he wants.
So $1,900, we'll say.
I would still go ahead and increase it because if it's a problem in the electrical system, he's gonna have to troubleshoot it anyway. I
That's
would,
not what he did.
We'll go with the bid.
But, you know, if we need
I'll
to
second.
revisit it, we can revisit it, but let's
Okay.
see, let's hope for the best, that they can just replace it and we're good.
Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, Shano,
Yes.
Walden.
yes.
I thought Charles made
Yeah, Brad said.
it. Oh,
Lapham and Associates.
this is just an FYI.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
just
signature,
information.
right? Yeah.
So that was the contract that must
Yeah.
have gotten lost, that we re-signed.
Oh, yeah, that could be, I didn't know
That's just
that.
FYI.
Email regarding February 23rd.
Oh, on the top.
So,
Public comment.
I forgot to ask about call. I saw all the 21st.
Did you look in the book?
Yeah, there's nobody in, it's a Thursday night.
That's a yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, that's
Right
fine.
yourself.
And for those that don't know, the apartments are called Colin burned on Friday, so that was all part of our weekend.
we lost more house. How many units were there, Chief?
6.
10.
Oops, I thought it was 6.
Yeah.
6 is what I was told.
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
Don't believe everything you read.
Did work on it.
Come on up, Ken. Public comment.
Ken McConnell, 760 South Mackinac Road. I'm watching some very interesting things. They get out these things for lawn care. In 5 minutes, they got somebody voted ready. Already, and give them, and the lawyer should have said something because now you're gonna write them a check for $14,000. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. No contractor, or what I pay the full price before I even start the job. That's not even normal, in my opinion. You guys should know that too. The lawyer should know that. Nobody pays a full price at all. That's kind of crazy. Then you come to the raises. Okay, that's fine. What percentage? Nobody's talking. Could be a 2%, could be a 10%. They don't tell me the percentage of raises, just give them a raise. Am I correct?
It was 2%, so.
Oh, you don't know that. Nobody said a word about it. Right?
In the budget, it was 2%. If he's talking about what it was tonight, I believe it was 16 cents. If I'm not
It's
mistaken.
it's whatever the math came out to, and it wasn't, it's 5,000th of a penny over 26 pay periods, which is 13 cents.
We're just talking about the percentage of raises. Okay.
So, but it was a 2% pay raise for the board, and when we did the math, because the way it works out in our payroll system, it came out to being 5,000ths of a cent off on our bookkeeping.
So all the board members got 2% raise.
Correct.
Got one more thing, very interesting. This board loves to have meetings. They love it because they can make more money. They set up a meeting, and this is a fact, for minutes to do the bills. Set bills. We always did the bills prior to the meeting, so it wouldn't cost anything. They set up another meeting just for that. It's just crazy. It's a lot of money. I brought that up, all of a sudden the minutes disappeared. They're not doing the bills anymore. So they do a lot of things. If you don't catch them, they'll keep on doing it. And that's totally wrong. I said enough for today.
Thanks, Ken.
Jeremy Bloom, 2110 Fraser. So as I sat here and took notes, and I see a lot of you guys constantly writing, zoning administrator made a lot of requests. We're already in public comment, not answering his request. The special meeting, that approved. Also, your fire chief made requests for leadership class. Did you guys approve that? He had to re-ask for hall rental. Staffing proposals. That's been given to you guys for a while. How long are you guys going to table that for our fire department? You guys made a big deal about not adding something to the agenda earlier, but yet you added something at the end. How do you guys pick and choose what you add, what benefits who? I'm going to agree with Mr. McConnell. Enough is enough. Just take care of the township, you guys, please.
Thank you.
Jeff Class, 1371 East Beaver Road. The comment I was making earlier with M-Class, I think there is an investment resolution for the township that prevents you from doing that. If M-Class is going to ask for this resolution, and they're going to ask for that resolution to verify they can do it. If you don't give them both, you're not going to be able to set it up. You better do the homework on that,
No, I've been looking
because
at
it's
that.
not, you can't do one without having that thing updated, because it does call out, must be FDIC. This is not. And then I'm going to be a broken record. There's 14 townships in Bay County. 3 of those townships are having fire questions, millages, on the election coming up in May. Those townships are trusting their people to do the right thing. They're letting the people decide what the taxes are. Steve, if I were you, I'd go find somebody to hire. Bring it to the board, force them to say no. Find the people.
Thank you.
Public comment.
Hi, I'm Sandy Raffa, 874 Fraser Road. Earlier when the zoning person was talking about going to those 20 different houses or whatever, it sounded like, I might be wrong, but it sounded like there's no paperwork here when people come in. I think that needs to be looked at, just because, I'm sorry, I was a special ed teacher for 35 years. We did an IEP, it went in the office. Maybe not that day, but the next day. If someone had a question, people could look at it. And that needs to be looked at, because I don't think I'll have an issue with that, but if I did, I would not be happy if I came down here and you can't find my paperwork. It's like, what are you doing?
Thank you.
Public comment. Public comment. Public comment. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.